Getting tighter, okay, really slow, yeah. Pulling it, no problem, yeah. An anchor cable pulling a car, like it works. Okay, stop. Hello and welcome to the show. My name is Alex and this is TechFlow. Welcome back to our monthly top 5. The one thing that blows my mind is every month when I sit down to do one of these top 5s, I just think to myself, it's been another month already. I know it scares me anyway how fast the time is going. And also, on another note, we've done so many of these now over the last few months that we've done desk tech, we've done smart home tech, we've done tech under certain price brackets. I need some themes for top 5 tech. But this month, I just thought I'd bring you guys top 5 tech of things that I have just been using. So in no particular order, coming in at number 1, because I've bought a few of them this month, LED light bars. Now I've seen these floating about on YouTube quite often in the back of people's sets, yada yada yada, in cool places, and I just think, what are those things called and are they expensive? And I've actually got some in the back here, like they look sick, don't they? Do you not think? No, but on a real, I've bought a few of these over the last month. There's some in the set behind me, I've got some in my gym at home, and to be honest, I've been looking for these for quite some time. They're really, really simple. Now essentially all it is a plastic tube that's coloured with an actual white LED inside of it. So it's not actually the colour of the LED that is blue, or in this case orange, it's actually the actual pipe itself, if that makes sense. So no, unfortunately you can't change the colour on these. They are the colour that you buy them in, and they come in numerous different colours. What I've actually done in my case is I've actually hooked them up, especially in my gym at home, to a smart plug, so that when I walk in the gym, the motion sensor senses that I've walked in the gym and the smart plug turns on. The tube comes on, they're really low energy, there's just a transformer, it plugs straight in, you turn it on, it is literally as simple as that, and I've found them. I'll put a link to them in the description. I think they make a place look really cool. Now coming up next, we've got a security camera, and it's called the Foscam R2, and I'm really impressed with it. I bought this on Amazon because I just wanted to have a mess around with it, and it's pretty sick. So as you guys know, if you've been following me throughout the years, I know a fair bit about security cameras. I've installed them for myself. I've done a load of client security camera installs. I mean, heck, the office building that I'm in now has a security system in it that was installed by me. Now this is a really cool security camera for one reason in particular that I'll get onto later. But in the box, you get an Ethernet cable, the power cable, and then some mounting hardware if you want to mount this thing on the wall. And then the actual camera itself, which I think looks fine just on the desk. I think that wall mount would make the whole thing seem a little bit tacky. Now something to note is you have to plug it into your router via an Ethernet cable to do the setup part of the installation. You download the app on your phone and it's super simple. Don't worry, it does have Wi-Fi. That's what that antenna is for on the back. Once you've told it what Wi-Fi to connect to, you can then disconnect that Ethernet cable, or if you want, you can use hardwired internet access to the camera, and bish bash bosh, you've got yourself a live security camera. Alex, what's so good about that? Now, a lot of cameras nowadays, if you buy them, you also have to pay like a monthly subscription fee to back up the footage from the camera. But with this, you don't need to do that. It is an option, but you don't need to because it has a micro SD card slot on the side of it, so you can just pop one in there and you're good to store all of your footage. But the reason this camera is really cool is because it has really responsive, really well implemented pan and tilt. So yes, you can physically look around from where this camera is pointing. It's really cool, and the reason why I like this is because I've always installed fixed position cameras, and for example, if I was to log on to my security cameras in my kitchen at home, I can't look all over the kitchen, for example, to see where my dog is if he's out of view. But with this, it's easy to place it down and physically move the lens of the camera so you can see what you want to see. Okay, so coming up next, we've got the Huawei FreeBuds 3i. Now, I've had these in the studio for the past month or so, just a little bit over actually, and I really like them. They're my go-to in-set or in-ear wireless in-ear headphones. So at the moment on Huawei's website, these little gems, right, are $89.99. So just bear that in mind when you're shopping around for your other in-ear headphones. Let's go through why I really kind of like these. So they are an in-ear design. I think that's what they are, and I think that's how you say it. They physically slot into your ear, which are the design of headphones that I really like, and I know that it's kind of differs from like person to person, but I really like the type that go into your ear with a silicone tip. And it comes with some spare tips in the box, obviously. They also come in either black or white, so whatever you'd like you can have. We've got the white ones here. I've got lots of pairs of in-ear headphones, loads of pairs. Some on the shelf in the office, loads on my drawer at home, and for the last month, these have been the ones that I've been reaching for, just because of everything together, the whole experience. I've never had them once die on me. I think they say you get about 3 hours out of them. They fit in my ear really nicely. They've got active noise cancelling, which really isn't that bad. They sound decent, and I like good audio quality. Yeah, they definitely sound decent, plenty of bass there. It's got USB-C on the charging case. I just really like these headphones. I've been using them. Sorry, what I was trying to say was that I've been reaching for them when I've been going running because they stay in my ears really, really well. I really like the sound of them, and they also have a touch surface on either side, so you can do things like toggle the active noise cancelling if you'd like to, play and pause your music and answer calls. Oh, and also one thing to note as well, I take a lot of phone calls like all the time, especially when I'm running too, and the active noise cancelling even works when you're on calls too. So if you're in a busy environment, hopefully the person on the other end should only pick up your voice. I really recommend these, to be honest, and I'll put those links in the description. Huawei FreeBuds 3i. Now coming up next, we've got this Wavlink, I think that's how you say it, Wavelink maybe? Put yourself in my shoes, right? I get questions on the daily. Alex, how can I improve my broadband speed? Alex, how can I do this? Alex, how can I do that? There's never really been a product that I can recommend to somebody universally to solve a lot of problems that's cheap, but I think this is kind of it. Now essentially this thing looks like a wireless router, and that's because it kind of is, but it's one of the more discreet, thin, sleek looking wireless routers that I've seen, and for £40 I think this is a bargain. On the back of it, it's got 4 LAN ports and 1 WAN port. Now the reason why I really like this little unit is it can multi-function as like quite a few different things. So if you want to have this thing function as just a really high-powered wireless AC router, then you can do. You just plug into the WAN port, and then you've got your LAN ports on the back, you're good to go. This thing, and how I've actually been using this in my life, is as a wireless access point, but with a switch on the back of it. So you can put it in what's called access point mode, and then connect it to your router with an Ethernet cable. And then what you can go ahead and do is log into this thing, change the wireless name and password. You can either have them the same and it's smart auto connects between 2.4 and 5, or have it so you've got both your bands separate if that's how you want to roll, like I do, and then you've got yourself a wireless access point that's pretty high powered with a switch on the back of it, and you can also use the WAN port when it's in this mode, so you get to use all 5 of the switch ports on the back. Pretty cool. So in a nutshell, what that means is if you wanted to run an Ethernet cable from your house where your internet router is down to your shed, you could then connect this and have Wi-Fi in your shed, as well as loads of Ethernet ports to connect other devices like IP cameras, so on and so forth. I think it's pretty cool. And it's not where it stops either. It can also be a wireless repeater. Now in the settings they call this WISP mode. That's technically incorrect terminology, but essentially what it can do is pick up your previous Wi-Fi signal and then repeat it. And I don't usually recommend repeaters, but if you really need to get one because you're on a budget, I have tested the repeater in this, and as you can see on my iPad, repeating my wireless signal, it worked pretty well. I think if you need a repeater on a budget, you're not going to be disappointed with the performance of this AP. So there you guys have it, a wireless router that's got loads of different functions and can do loads of different things. It's pretty cheap and looks good. If you don't know if it's going to work for you, then put a comment down below and hopefully I'll try and get back to a few of you. Okay guys, so last but not least, this is an episode of tech that I've been using myself for like the last month, what's been in my life and I've got benefit from, and it's really simple. The last one, I've bought quite a few anchor cables, and I wanted to explain why I buy anchor cables over other cables. Now the thing is, I can sit here and try and sell you guys a cable. I mean, I'm pretty good at talking, but I think it would be better to take the cable that I've used, try and pull my car with it tomorrow when I've got my filmers here, and then see if it still works after that.
Okay guys, so it's now the next day and we've got the cameras here. We're going to devise a test where we're going to use the anchor cable, got a 3-meter one here. We're going to actually try pull my car, which is a BMW M2, along with Jed's VW Golf. Okay, so this is a really unscientific test. Literally all I'm going to do here, just so you guys know we're not cheating here, is just double knot this cable, actually triple knot it there. And we're just going to tie that onto Jed's car like so. And now we test. Okay, so test 1 failed. It actually snapped the cable. Funnily enough though, now you can actually see inside the cable, it actually has sort of metal fibers that hold it together. We'll try and double the cable and see if we can pull the car with the cable doubled. Technically it should work, you see. So it should work, really, because I can pull it. They are pretty strong, like we're not lying. Okay, so test number 2, the rope has been doubled. Jed, give it a go, really slow. Okay, we're getting tighter, Okay, really slow, yeah. Okay, yeah, really slow. Really slow. Yeah, it's pulling it, no problem. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely fine. Yeah, we're going. Perpetual motion. Look at this. An anchor cable pulling a car, like it works. Okay, stop.
It's a good quality cable, right? I mean, I wouldn't buy it if it was rubbish. I buy these 3-meter ones because they're really good in bed. When you charge your phone in bed, that's what they're really, really good for, because you can go to the other end of the bed. They're like 3 meters long. It's brilliant, and they never break. Like, I've never had one break on me. I've got them in all the rooms in my house. So there you guys go. Those are 5 tech items that me, Alex Brooks, Mars Bar, has been using over the last month. Guys, if you've enjoyed this video, a like rating would be awesome. Put a comment down below if you're feeling spicy. And with that being said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Adios.